It's Divas That Care Radio. Stories, strategies, and ideas to inspire positive change. Welcome to Divas That Care, a network of women committed to making our world a better place for everyone. This is a global movement for women, by women, engaged in a collaborative effort to create a better world for future generations. To find out more about the movement, visit divasthatcare.com after the show. Right now, though, stay tuned for another jolt of inspiration.
Well, hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Divas That Care. My name is Candace Gish. Oh, my gosh, we've got a special show for you guys today. For any of you that have just tuned in for the very first time, a huge welcome. The Divas That Care is now in its 13th season. We are listened to over 30 countries around the world, and it is just my pleasure to be able to do this. I'm just so grateful every day that I'm able to chat with amazing individuals around the world. I think it's a guilty pleasure of mine. I just love learning from them. I love hearing stories. And it's kind of led us to where we are today. We have an amazing range of hosts and shows, and I know that you'll want to check them all out on divasthatcare.com. As I said, today is a very special program. We've been working on an anthology now for just over a year. It's called Our Mothers, Our Daughters, and it is an anthology that has women from around the world in it, and they're sharing different stories in there. And today I'm going to be introducing an amazing woman. Her name is Jerry, and Jerry is going to be sharing a little bit about what her story is about and why she decided to put it into this particular anthology. So, Jerry, welcome to the Divas That Care.
Hi, thanks for having me. I'm happy to be here. Any way I can get Tabitha's story out and all that she went through and all that we've gone through since her passing is a great day.
Well, Jerry, would you mind kind of introducing yourself to our listeners today?
Yep, I am a mother of two. I'm originally from south of Chicago, and I have traveled all over the United States. I ended up around the San Antonio area and was recently divorced, so now I live in Tabitha's house in Centerview, Missouri.
So as I said, we were very grateful that you decided to submit your story into our anthology. So tell us a little bit about what My Daughter, the Warrior is all about.
Tabitha was an Air Force veteran. She was diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer in 2015. She had just gotten out of the Air Force, and a year later she was diagnosed. She went through all the chemo, did all of that, and I think the end of 2016, she was cleared. They said that they had gotten all the cancer, everything was done. And so she came to live in Texas. She lived in the Austin area and worked for the VA government on the outside of the Air Force. And she was having pain and kept going back to the doctor, and they kept telling her it was just because of the chemo. And lo and behold, it had spread to every part of her body except her stomach at that time. And we went as far as we could. We opened a store in the San Antonio area called Red Feather Healing in honor of Tabitha. We have a website I'm getting the store up on now because I had to close the store because of the divorce in the San Antonio area. So I'm deciding whether to open a storefront again or just move on with just online sales and go into the fairs like Tabitha and I did before we opened the store.
It's a beautiful memory that you have of her. And I love when you were mentioning the Red Feather Healing. I had gone to your website and I thought, what an amazing thing, a tribute to her. You know, you have a Meet Tabitha page where it talks all about Tabitha, but it shows a little bit about your passion and what you guys did together. And I love how you're honoring your daughter.
Thank you. She did so much for me in her short life that, you know, I would be a horrible person if I didn't let everyone know every day how wonderful she was and still is.
Yeah. And she sounds like an amazing individual. And I'm so glad that she was able to, get her spirit really out into the world and really inspire people out there.
Yeah, she really did not come. I mean, everyone loved Tabitha. She was the life of the party. Everyone loved her. But she really didn't come into her spirituality until she had cancer, until she found out about the cancer. And then it really exploded when she learned the second time. And it was like overnight.
Wow. I always find it quite interesting, the journeys that we go through in order to get to that point. Sounds like your daughter did the same things. You know, she had such an amazing career, obviously, in the Air Force, and then to transition into this, to something that she probably wouldn't have never thought about.
Yeah, no, she like I said, we weren't, for a better word, woo-woo people growing up. We just weren't. We knew about it. We, looked at it and moved on. But when the cancer hit and you look for holistic things to do to help what the chemo does, and maybe there's something out there so you don't have to take the chemo. That's when it all started, really.
I love that you've shared that part of your journey. And so the story that you submitted, do you want to just share a little bit about what's in that story for our listeners today?
Yeah, it's just, I can't, I wrote it and I put it away after I wrote it and sent it to you because it hurts to think about it. It's just about everything that she went through, everything that we went through. And I just want veterans to know that don't take no for an answer. Don't let the doctors tell you it's in your head or it's because of this. You make them give you the scans, the MRIs, the whatever you need. You make sure you go out there and you fight for yourself because they're not going to fight for you. Thank you.
And we will definitely get this chapter of yours, this whole story out to as many people as we can. Let's inspire the world. And I know that's what you're really wanting to do out there, Jerry, is really support and use your daughter's story to help other people out there.
Yes, most definitely. We are a veteran family from long back. So anything that we can do to help the veterans, I work for the veterans right now in the job that I do. So anything that I can do to help a veteran, I'm going to do it.
Wonderful. And through the Divas That Care, we want to do the same thing and support you in any way that we can do.
Thank you. A book, I know I am.
I know
coming.
You will. And you know what? And you let us know what we can do to support you in that endeavor.
I will.
Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing your story today, Jerry. I'm so excited for our listeners to be able to go out and pick up a copy of Our Mothers, Our Daughters, and be able to read your chapter because it's absolutely inspiring. And I want to thank you so much for, sharing Tabitha's memory within that story.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. And you know what? A big shout out to all of our listeners. You can go and check out Our Mothers, Our Daughters. Right now, we have a pre-sale going on through Kindle and Kobo, and I want you to go pick that up. It's the stories in this book are just so amazing in the fact that they're real life, and they really show you the journeys that individuals have gone through. You can pick up their book, through our publisher at Absolute Love Publishing. They're an amazing organization that really supports people out there. Again, I want to thank my amazing, amazing guest, Jerry, today, and sharing her chapter, My Daughter, the Warrior. And I want you guys to all go and check that out and read it. So thank you, Jerry. Thank you to all of our listeners. I hope that each and every one of you has an amazing day, and remember to do something kind. Until next time, everyone.
Thanks for listening. This show was brought to you by Divas That Care. Connect with us on Facebook, on Instagram, and of course on divasthatcare.com, where you can subscribe to our newsletter so you don't miss a thing.